I'm the general manager for Green Energy Team. We own and operate the biomass plant on Kauai. I'm here specifically to oppose the exclusion of monocultured wood crops from the definition of renewable energy.
I was a little confused to hear that that monoculture wood crops are currently included in renewable energy unless this exemption passes. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, the definition of what biofuels are and are not included have changed over time. Originally, biofuels like hydrogen, you had to remove the fossil fuel inputs. Then hydrogen remained that way, but biofuels can be made in any way. So currently, if somebody decided to chop down the Amazon forest and ship it here and burn it for power, it would count as renewable energy. And that's what this clause would seek to get rid of. Monocropping, and it's also part of a suit against the European Union right now, because a lot of countries around the world claim that chopping down forests and burning it for electricity is carbon neutral. And that was based on one statement by the forest industry in the 1990s dealing with Kyoto Protocol, but nobody ever verified it when it came out saying that forest burning is carbon neutral. It's obvious it's not.
Third reading of House Bill 307, Senate Draft 1, relating to renewable energy.
Is there any discussion? Senator Ruderman?
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in opposition.
Please proceed.
When we heard this bill in your joint committee, no one testified in favor of it. And there was no one present to explain the very curious phrase that was the original purpose of this bill, adding a non-specified renewable energy to our list. We passed it anyway. The vague, unexplained portion is still there. And it's essentially been interpreted as giving a renewable tax credit to Huhonua to cut down trees and burn them for 30 years. To make a bad bill worse, we also added a part that reduces our renewable energy tax credits. Now, we've been told we have 10 to 12 years to act on climate change, and we're going to bring our tax credits to zero in about 5 years. I think that it's magical thinking to think that climate change will be solved by somebody else while we do nothing. It's financially irresponsible to think that $80 million a year is an expenditure we can't afford as compared to the disaster of climate change. It's been said that the renewable tax credits are to jumpstart an industry. And while that's true, this isn't any old industry. This is an industry that can save our planet.
Senator Wakai?
So I rise in support of this measure.
Please proceed.
Members, I'm a huge fan of getting to 100% renewable energy. I strongly support creating a clean and advanced energy industries and jobs throughout our state. We lost $86 million in taxes in 2017 to incentivize the installation of distributed solar. The state has been so successful in promoting rooftop solar that the utility is now complaining that there is too much for their grid to handle. It's actually destabilizing the electric power system. A different way of stating this is that all taxpayers are paying for some taxpayers to get solar, and all ratepayers are paying for an upgrade to the grid to support those lucky taxpayers.
Mr. President, I rise in opposition to this bill.
Please proceed.
Mr. President, colleagues, and I agree with the senator from Hawaii Island about the 100% RPS goal that we have. I'm concerned about capping the renewable energy technology tax credit at $2,500 in 2024. It's also unclear to me what renewable energy technologies this bill is intending to add to our renewable energy definition. There were no examples that were given. And finally, seawater air conditioning is an energy efficiency measure and not renewable energy in terms of adding that technology to the renewable energy technologies tax credit. Mahalo.
Thank you. Further discussion, Senator Taniguchi?
Mr. President, would you note my reservations?
Any discussion before I call for the vote? Any discussion before I call for the vote? All right. Do we have unanimous consent? I have no votes for Senator Ruderman and Gabbard. Do I have any other no votes? Senator Ihara, Senator English. Now, reservations. Senator Favela, Senator Inouye, Senator Morawaki, Senators Thielen, Riviere, Harimoto, Taniguchi, Kim, Shimabukuro, Nishihara,
Twenty ayes, 4 noes.
Thank you. House Bill 307, Senate Draft 1, passes third reading.